Hold on, he's got to get his hair ready. Okay, so today, Talon, can you tell us your impressions about riding around on an awesome backyard track with a trampoline in the middle?
Impressions, let's see.
What you riding here? What are you riding?
This is the Honda 50.
Yep. CRF.
CRF 50.
First edition, 2004. Ooh, looks like we pushed it up against something there hard. Those aren't the original plastics on it. It's had like every different possible color over the years. Just about every modification we could do to it. So we've cut out the side cover here so you don't have anything covering up the sprocket, so you can change the sprocket out, put different gears on it. Switch to a K&N air filter on it. Actually went inside where the balancer is. There's another word for it, but it creates the spark, which I can't think of right now, but we also adjusted that so the timing's forwarded. Also drilled the head way back when so that we have an air breather on the head, so any built up pressure in the head can be relieved. And also added a chain guide wheel, which has actually worked really well. That wasn't original on it. What else did we do? Never put a rev limiter on it. We have had big suspension on it. We have had big bars on it, and right now it's back to its stock configuration because some of the kids were getting little. But
not anymore.
Not anymore. This kid's getting big, and he's got his own 100 now, but this little 50 still is about the best thing for a backyard that I've ever seen. So we've got a temperature gauge down there, which is reading, getting pretty hot. It's almost 80, well, it's 75, whatever, degrees Celsius. Not Fahrenheit, it's Celsius, which makes it really hard for those of us that live in America to read it. But if you're in the UK and you know what that means, great. I think it means it's hot. Oh, here's something we forget about all the time that you can't see. Inside on the frame here, we actually have some angle iron that was welded into the whole top backbone of this thing. And so it has a whole nother support on it just so it would hold the weight of a 150, well, now 200 pound, well, plus or minus, dad-sized person in order to ride this thing. So, but we were jumping at one point. We had an 18-foot double that we were cruising over this thing with, so I'd rip it and just right over top of it. So, rims are aftermarket, hubs are original. I really don't recommend going aftermarket because they have goofy sizes, and it's all, ever since we did that, it's been hard to get tires off and on. Really hard. Also, we did some welding to make an adjustment. We added, well, you can't see it right now, but we've got a place for a flag whip from when we're at the sand dunes. And then we've changed the gearing a couple times. I have a set of gears that will make it go way faster.
Really?
And so, yeah, for like high-end speed, not backyard speed. And then we made it to where this guy can actually be flipped around the other way. But I think that part actually broke off. Is it still? Yeah, it's still on the other side. See it here?
Oh, yeah.
So this is not original in this black. It didn't used to be black like that. I don't know why we painted it black. But that makes it to where you can take this thing and turn it around and actually bring the rear wheel further back for supermoto setup. So we had slicks on it, and we were running high-speed gears so we could slide sideways. So that's why it has this little piece that's added on. The other one somehow apparently wasn't welded that good and broke off. Probably why we were bouncing around down in Pismo. So this thing is full of modifications. I didn't add too much. This is the original exhaust pipe. It is missing one of the guards, but we've also made pipes for it. And we've also ported the exhaust port. So the exhaust port has been ground out, so it's way bigger. The opening's opened up. It's still exactly 50 cc's. We've never actually put a bigger piston or bigger head on it yet because it just is so much fun the way it is, and it works. Racing it one time, however, we were racing it. I was racing it at a supermoto race in Paso Robles in a parking lot, and I managed to just overheat it so bad that the valves actually stuck, and then I had no compression. So we took the motor apart, literally just took it apart, put it back together, and everything's worked fine. It's a Honda, so yeah, built to last. So it's actually a CRF Honda 2004 model. 2003 is slightly different. The plastics are different. 2004 is the first CRF one. We've got an attachment for the Insta360 Go. which we were just trying that for the first time. That actually works pretty good. So if you're seeing the view from this angle, that's what it is. And then the other angle is from his chest piece here. That's a magnet, goes down in your shirt. And then everybody thinks this little magnet camera is a stud finder, and they think you're super cool. And then the other shots were just done with the typical dad follow cam. It's like a drone shot. It's a drone shot. Hey, drone. Or we can do the circle around, but it does involve me running, which is great exercise. So if you want to film your kids and get exercise, just run following them. So yeah, hope that's fun and interesting. Quick little video on Talon, our little backyard track in the middle of suburbia, surrounded by trees and fence and other houses. Someday maybe we'll have more room, but this is what God's provided, and so we're content and happy. So hope you enjoyed. Tune in next time, or let us know. Leave a comment below if you want to hear more about this backyard track. We've been doing it for years, and it's changed like 100 times. And then the biggest change was adding the trampoline, but dropping it into the ground. And it's actually ready for a new cover. But it's actually, I'll even show you guys, it actually goes deep underground. We've got drainage rock underneath of it. Apparently some grass too growing in there. And some retaining walls. That'll freak everybody out. Nice sharp edge, so hence you don't want your foot to slip through there. It used to be covered with hose, but berm over there is about to get bigger when we do some more digging. Then we've got a couple rollers that we change every now and then a couple berms that go behind the shed. Anything that causes us to have, again, inspiration. Thanks for watching. We'll see you later.